This is the story of the Golden Age of comics in under 6 minutes. Though it's been much maligned in recent years for being limited, the superhero genre is unquestionably the most enduring genre in the comic book format. The term the Golden Age describes the first cycle of superheroes, lasting from 1938 till about 1949 or 1950. During this time, the concept of the superhero was born and thoroughly explored. The Golden Age is characterized by the highly visual, one-dimensional hero. Breathtaking pacing was favored at the expense of characterization. Usually, stories were completed in one issue. What set the stage for the Golden Age of comics were two very specific books. February of 1935 saw the release of New Fun Comics No. 1. Besides being the first DC comic, this anthology title was the first comic book to feature new material. Previous efforts contained newspaper strip reprints. The book gradually evolved into the superhero anthology More Fun Comics, a DC mainstay throughout the Golden Age. The second book that set the stage for the Golden Age was Detective Comics No. 1, released in March of 1937. The single longest-running title in the history of comics, the book's focus theme would eventually lead to the debut of Batman in issue number 27. The Golden Age of comics officially began in May of 1938, when Superman appeared in Action Comics No. 1. The most influential character in comics, Superman's popularity broke ground for all the costume superpowered heroes to follow. As if that wasn't enough, when he got his own title in the summer of 1939, he became the first character in comics to have a book all to himself. Furthermore, his popularity proved the marketing viability of having a character headline in more than one regular title. Where would Spider-Man or the X-Men be without this concept? May of 1939 saw the aforementioned debut of Batman in Detective Comics No. 27. He is the second most influential character in comics, a superhero who relies on his wits and athletic ability, rather than on superpowers. That same month, the Submariner appeared in Motion Picture Funnies Weekly No. 1, from First Funnies Incorporated. The Submariner was the first Marvel character to ever appear. He was also the first great anti-hero in comics as well. The concept has since proved popular with everyone from the Hulk to Galactus. This enduring classic character, whose name was derived from spelling Roman backwards, has had his own series on 3 occasions: 1941, 1968, and 1990, as well as a quickly canceled ongoing series in 2011 entitled Namor, the First Mutant. In November of 1939, a flaming android with strange original abilities and a unique origin made his debut when the original Human Torch first appeared in Marvel Comics No. 1. Created by writer Gardner Fox and artist Harry Lampert, the original Flash made his debut in Flash Comics No. 1, with a cover dated January of 1940. February of 1940 saw Captain Marvel make his debut in Whiz No. 1 from Fawcett. Not only did this Superman clone surpass Superman in popularity in the late 1940s, he beat the Man of Steel to the punch with an important concept: the family of related characters and books. Mary Marvel and Captain Marvel Jr. were popular enough to get their own titles. The Big Red Cheese also popularized the humor-adventure combination in superhero comics. It has since been used by books such as Spider-Man and the Justice League. In April of 1940, Robin made his first appearance in Detective Comics No. 38. The first of the Kid sidekicks, Robin's popularity would lead the publishers to create kid gangs like the Boy Commandos and the Young Allies in the Golden Age, as well as teen heroes like the Human Torch and Spider-Man in the Silver Age. Today's younger heroes all owe a debt to Robin. Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, made his debut in July of 1940 in the pages of All-American Comics No. 16, published by All-American Publications, one of 3 companies that would eventually merge to form DC Comics. July of 1940 also saw 2 superheroes appear together in a story for the first time ever, a trait that has become a basic and important concept to the genre, when Submariner battled the Human Torch in Marvel Mystery No. 9. Who could imagine comics without team-ups or battles? What would life be like without the Superman and Flash racing one another, or Wolverine and Hulk battling it out? The winter of 1940 marks the debut of the Justice Society in All-Star No. 3 from DC. This was the very first team book, another basic concept to the superhero genre. Captain America debuted in Captain America Comics #1 in March of 1941. Not the first, but the most popular and influential of all patriotic superheroes. Along with the Submariner and the Human Torch, he is the most enduring of Marvel's original heroes. November of 1942 saw Wonder Woman appear in All-Star Comics #8, the first female superhero, who's still making waves today. This has been the story of the Golden Age of Comics in under 6 minutes.